с игрой King Quest. Никогда до этого не играл в серию. Так, график уровня PS2. Так, что у нас тут? Play. Так, сначала. Пока нет ничего. Так, идем. Так. Ведро. Так. Так, ну очевидно, да, что надо что-то сделать с этим колодцем. А вот это я боялся. Где-то я добрался до квестов. Так, вообще эту игру раздают бесплатно в плюсе. Вот, я спробовал, обрадовался, а потом узнал, что раздают только лишь первый эпизод.
I've not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look. Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after.
Чувак, собирай деньги в ведро и лезь отсюда нахуй. Больше тут делать явно нечего. Матрас какой-то ссаный.
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
Блин, ну вот по мне так лучше бы они сделали в чистом 2D. Выглядит, конечно, чудовищно. Графика. И она ни хрена не вышла на PS3, на той же. На которой выходили более красивые игры. Непонятно почему.
Two odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
Так, два механизма каких-то. Опа.
And that's what would have happened if I turned the left.
Что, гейм овер типа там? Офигеть. А тут что будет?
I decided this was no time to take a nap, even though that bed looked very squishy and very comfortable.
Одни матрасы, кровать, тут что, логово свингеров, что ли, не пойму. Так. Что за нахрен? Да, одни кровати.
Buckets, barrels, butter churns, and beds were jammed into every nook and cranny of that cave. All seems so familiar. Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the
Чувак, ты
covers.
реально лег в кровать?
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn.
Этот мир действительно
No
такой
detail in
ебанутый.
this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
Так. Ненавижу пещеры в играх. Сейчас что-то должно, наверное, рухнуть.
Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth and claws was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well,
Дракон.
dragons are my favorite.
You want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to...
My way, too. Add a shinier hat to my collection.
Вы только посмотрите на эту воду, на эти капельки. Так, а вот тут что у нас?
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Чувак, ты охренел.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Пока все очень линейно. Водопад какой-то. Так, какой-то предмет. Стул. Хорошо, что показывается предмет, с которым можно взаимодействовать.
With foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though. As I was saying, this was no time to take a nap.
Чувак, ты поехавший, по-моему. Отвязывай, сейчас тебе сразу прилетит по еблу. На, нет, это, видимо, Колокол, который нужно
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap. Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Ну, теперь понятно, для чего эти кровати созданы.
Luckily, that half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers.
Так, ну... Очевидно, теперь там вентиль вставится.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Нет, чувак, не надо.
All right. I took a brief rest before I decided to adventure on with that very important treasure.
Хуево достижение.
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
Дай поиграть, а? кажется, немножко понял, что делать надо. Надо вызвать... Ага, но я тоже просрал этот момент.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Черт, неужели это такое? А, у меня есть вон что-то,
What did you use to fix the broken switch?
Мне вот интересно, когда я умудрился взять вот эту первую.
The dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall.
Кстати, привязан.
This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures.
Бери меч.
After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if Amira was my only friend.
Ну, конечно, по традиции все квесты никогда не переводятся на русский язык. Зачем это делать? Что вообще происходит в этой игре? Блин. Так, очевидно, что эти кости я должен обходить. Моральный выбор. Можно пойти справа, можно слева. Чувак, успокойся. Спи, спи. Самый нелепый уровень в квесте, который когда-либо видел. Так, подойти, может, к нему, понюхать его. Да. Что-то мне прям не хочется это делать.
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable
Надеюсь, эта игра не
switch.
будет состоять из мостов и переключателей. Да. Но этот уровень точно будет. Я надеюсь, не этот эпизод. Потому что о приобретении третьего эпизода у меня пока... Ну, а также второго. Пока нет никакого желания. Лук. Да бери лук, а? Ну ты чё думаешь? Офигеть, взял лук, состоящий из костей, и брезгует костью. О, ну это уже круто. Это уже мне нравится. Так, я жду, когда мост обвалится, и я пизданусь вниз. Просто должно случиться рано или поздно. Намеков очень много. Так, чё, лук у меня автоматически пропал. Что за свечение? Сверху вода? Или что?
The mirror called out to me.
Так, что мне здесь можно сделать? Можно позвенеть в колокол, можно поднять какой-то мост, и можно сюда забраться. Ну, давайте.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Вау. Это мясо? А, теперь я его бужу, и он ест, правильно? Ну вот пока он ест, я должен что-то сделать. Наверное, я ему должен по башке чем-то дать. Так. Или я должен вместе с мясом сюда спуститься? Отлично. Заебись.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Так, будем этого подонка. Отлично. Я что-то не понял. Избавьте меня от смотрения этих заставок, одних и тех же, ребята. Хотя что ты будешь делать-то, а? У меня вообще мыслей нет по этому поводу. Кусок мяса он свой получил. Уйти я отсюда не могу. Я звоню в колокол, он просыпается. Попробуем. Так. Ну чисто теоретически он спит, правильно? Он ни хрена не просыпается, когда кусок мяса спускается туда, пока не победит. А тут он просыпается, конечно же.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Так, видимо, мясо окажется с той стороны. Правильно? И он туда сейчас попрет. А я уже благополучно спущусь. Да? Да, это просто удивительно, но это действительно так. А второй кусок как раз ему за спину сейчас пойдет. Давай, чувак, быстрее. Что это за волшебное зеркало? Игре стоит дать этот шанс второй. Я могу управлять? Да. Блять, что делать? Блять. То, что я оказался здесь, это, конечно, приятно. А что сейвы наши? Это какая-нибудь хитрость не была, да? Не ждали.
With the magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of the Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become. In that split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Упс. У нас как с проблемой. Освободил я, короче, этого дракона. Чувак, я думаю, вы еще с ним встретитесь. В 5-м эпизоде. За 500 рублей.
My hands were shaking and my arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there is so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything. Like, why did you set the dragon free even though he was trying to eat you?
I set him free because, well, over the years I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be. He was just a caged animal that was never shown any kindness. On that day, I forgave the dragon for his atrocious past.
You have such a bizarre way of making friends, Grandpa. I guess I do too. I'm known as Gwendolyn the Popular back home. But only to my stuffed bunnies.
I've always found it best to pursue friends where I can, though they don't always feel the same about me.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to
Рисовка как
rest.
поп-кэп прям.
Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
Короче, вся игра это сон сумасшедшего старика. Что за придурок?
Well, hello, cousin.
Guard!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could, and I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast that he set free. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before, or he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Где
Have you
геймплей?
heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made
Даже
the
с
trip,
квест
but
концой
there's no
сделали.
need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win, and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope, no junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Гвиндолин, вы шутите? Дед все свою шляпу протирает.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Ох, ни хрена себе.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now let's talk about far more important issues, like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of...
Так, что же выбрать?
treating my opponents with respect. You'll be surprised what opens up to you. A lovely fellow once told me the fastest way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I'd seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Well, Triumph, this looks as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
Это что, кролик? Этим можно управлять.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcomed the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization.
Переиграла Ведьмака, видимо. Увидел этот столб. И решил переместиться.
Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
Grandpa! You can't leave Triumph.
Don't worry, Triumph can fend for himself. We've been through our share of sticky situations, but he always comes around when I need him most.
Так, так
After
туда
all
можно,
that
нет?
graceful repelling, I was certainly not headed back that way.
А, нельзя.
Hey! Over here!
I could have sworn the Parade of Hopeful Knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with Triumph. It seemed my first few minutes in Daventry were off to a terrible start.
So, how did you catch up with them?
Это Рок?
That odd horn seemed to be missing some sort of mouthpiece.
Так. Там кто-то прошелся. Опоздавший.
The horn was broken, but that didn't stop me from blowing on it.
Он всегда будет, да, пробегать, когда я буду назад идти? Нет. Так. Это путь назад, что ли? Да, отсюда я пришел. Так, у меня 5 монеточек.
Seems like a waste of money.
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest.
Так, кролик. Могу тебя поймать? Иди сюда. А на монетку клюнешь? Что за херня? Камера, что ли? Он прям смотрит на меня. Видимо, надо дерево будет шатать.
I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for. Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, Gwendolyn, before you start asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet, I did not go around using it on everything.
Топор.
There was no reason to chop down that perfectly good tree.
Не хочу. было. Так, ну инструменты неплохо, да.
That wheel seemed freshly broken. The wheel was already broken. No sense rubbing it in. That wheel seemed freshly broken.
Так, ну монетки все уплыли, да? Ой, инструменты. Остался мне один топор. Ну, наверное, так вот и было задумано, я думаю. О, это что за нахер?
Stand back, you dirty thieves! Wah! Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... No! What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forage the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients. Huh, here it is. I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've mulled it over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material. Hey. I knew you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait. You're stuck here with me. Every bridge in is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say, I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for me?
Could you repeat that?
Try to keep up, son. Bridge is out, failed shortcut, flying rock, wheel broke, be a strapping lad, get tools, fix wagon, get a lift to the tournament! Hang on to those, boy. I'd like to earn your money honestly. Find me a wheel, boy. Anything big and round should do the trick.
А топор?
What happened to the rest of my tools? My wheel mending kit was in that toolbox. You expect me to fix this wheel with only a hatchet? Hatchets are for destroying, not for fixing. What kind of game are you playing here, boy? Oh, I know. Maybe I could use this blade to chisel a wheel out of driftwood. Or perhaps I could cut down a rubber tree plant and weave myself a wheel. You are not going to last 3 seconds in that tournament with that kind of stupid dream logic. Tell you what, you can keep my hatchet, but please bring me a real solution. You know, like a wheel, big, round, rolling, a wheel that goes here, like those.
Так, ну я помню, где это колесо лежало. Не, ну так визуально, конечно, привыкаешь к игре, и вроде она даже кажется симпатичной.
Very broken. I would have to find another solution. The wheel was already broken. No sense rubbing it in.
Нет, это все-таки колесо бракованное. А, ну вот что за следы были странные, это его повозка. Как он здесь вообще проехал?
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns! My unicorns have little use for such material things. I, on the other hand, am happy to earn your life savings.
Так, ну дерево, наверное, надо вот это убить все-таки, я думаю.
That missing wheel had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Grandpa, your infamous puns are not my favorite.
What's the matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice? You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
Жуткий страшный лес.
Here, kitty, kitty. Not a kitty, not a kitty!
Seems like a waste of money.
An overgrown patch of spiniferous
Это тот самый
thornweeds
колодец?
obstructed a path to a water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps.
Так, что, может, здесь топор мне поможет?
I tried to chop down those thornweeds, but my tiny hatchet was ineffective. I would need a bigger, sharper blade.
Нет. Так, очевидно, по этим камням придется лезть.
The town square was eerily quiet. Was I the only person in Daventry not at the parade?
Он пускай будет закрыт. Нет.
A bakery. And it smelled delicious.
Блин, игра раскрывается, мне уже это нравится.
Ah, I didn't see any reason why that stale bread wouldn't work for a wheel.
Хлеб.
That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
Так, ну надо поблагодарить за такой кусок хлеба.
I decided to leave some coins for the bread. The delectable goods looked tasty, but I couldn't compete in this tournament with a full stomach.
Кузнец.
Looked like a blacksmith shop of sorts. That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
Мне интересно, если бы у нас в России сделали такую тему.
I saved my money for a better
Бери, что
opportunity.
хочешь, оставь сколько хочешь монет. Не захотел, не хочу.
I borrowed enough for the day.
Нет. Чувак, а если хлеб я сюда повезу?
Well, I wish I would have thought of that.
You cut?
Not that type of...
Seems like a waste.
Вы шутите?
And then you scooped up all the weapons, right? right?
No, Gwendolyn, I didn't. I was looking for a wheel, not a fight.
Чувак, ты не взял ничего отсюда, ты шутишь, наверное?
That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins. Well, I wish I saved my money for a better opportunity.
Ну, как хочешь. Может, сюда кусок хлеба вешается? Так, и что спрашивать, я сюда зашел? Почему в играх, в помещениях всегда включить какой-то режим медленной ходьбы?
I wished I had some marshmallows.
Ой,
Like me, this little tree was new in town and needed some time to grow and find its way. What? Too sappy?
I have nothing to say.
You'll warm up to it.
так, у нас еще второй этаж, тут у нас.
I stumbled upon some kind of curiosity shop. I saved my money for a better opportunity.
Слушайте,
Against the knickknacks
неужели
was a little collection
рандомно
tray with
отдал
a sign
монетки?
asking for tips. Nothing seemed to be brewing yet.
Вижу кашу из топора сварим.
I thought these potions, herbs, and other magical sundries were best observed from afar. I didn't need to borrow more than one wheel.
Seems like a waste. You cut?
I couldn't figure. I didn't need to borrow more than one wheel.
Я все-таки не пойму, нахрена я взял хлеб. Ой-ой-ой.
Hello, could I squeeze by you gents?
No, we are here to guard the town entrance and keep out any riffraff whilst everyone is watching the parade. If we were to leave, rapscallions would run amok in the empty shops.
Back away, boy. We're on the lookout for intruders.
Так, что, ребят, может вам хлеба дать?
I don't know how that
Или
would
монет?
work.
Bribes don't work on us. Sorry. Bribes don't work on us. Sorry.
А топорик?
You cut?
No cutting.
Так, ну что, мне только идти с хлебом обратно. Либо сюда его покрошить. я
I
не знаю.
don't know how
And
that
then you
would
took out your
work.
hatchet and chopped that baby tree to bits.
No. Bad idea. Money doesn't grow on trees.
Ладно, пошли назад. Ну, забавно будет, если он использует хлеб в качестве колеса.
Ah, a shortcut.
Do I really have to hear the story about how you took forever to tiptoe across that fallen tree again?
No, I guess not.
I thought this might do the trick.
Lovely choice, boy. And thank the Yarblesnoofs, this bread is beyond stale. Hopefully you didn't pay too much. You have a face that just screams overcharged. I've got just the fix for that, too. But we have important tournament business to tend to, and I think this'll do the trick. Ooh, I'll just need to start locking my unicorns up at night. Mr. Fancycakes has a nibbling problem. All right, off we go. Oh, wait, before my mind slips, I was able to procure an entrance ticket to the tournament. Since you so graciously found me a wheel, I am more than willing to sell it to you at a reasonably discounted rate. Are you interested?
Конечно,
Oh, sounds good. I love a deal.
So do I, boy, so do I. If I see one, I'll let you know. Here you are. Now, let's Vamanusi from this meadowland, Mr. Fancycakes. It is go time.
Зашибись.
Mr. Fancycakes! Ah, heel! Halt! Avast! Stop! We sincerely hope you enjoyed your stay in our luxury cabin. Please gather your belongings and watch your head on exit.
Thanks for the
Чуть
hospitality.
не поехал.
No time to lounge, my boy! Lucky for you, the parade is halted. Another case of a mysterious missing bridge, I imagine. Watch your step. We wouldn't want any tears in that illustrious cape. Bon voyage, Buttercup! Don't forget about us working folk. Especially when your pockets are full of riches.
Так, тут очевидно надо поговорить.
Back away, back away. This area is unsafe for commoners.
Hello. Apologies, I'm late. I should be on the list. First name Graham, last name...
The list, unfortunately, is inside the theater, which is across that bridge, which is inexplicably missing.
We've ordered a temporary fix, but we're still sorting out the work order.
Well, with all the recent budget issues, I remain skeptical about the repairs.
Well, can't those knights check the list?
Do you mean Kyle and Larry? They're off duty. Don't ask.
You needn't worry. These night hopefuls will figure out a solution soon, and then we can carry on with the auditions.
Well, but I am a hopeful knight. If you just step aside, I'm confident that I could find a way across.
Daventry Decree 6645 states that a royal guard once commanded must never, under no circumstances, abandon his post while on duty.
Well, technically, Addendum 237A allows us to leave if someone is in distress and in need of assistance, of a life or death nature.
I stand corrected, and we wouldn't want a repeat of the Rubenstern fiasco. A tardy auditionee, however, hardly counts for distress. Sorry, but we can't leave our post. King's orders.
Would an entrance ticket prove my worth?
Sorry, but the collection of entrance tickets will take place inside the theater. Bribes don't work on us. Sorry.
Да вы охренели, ребят. Улей.
And then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
Так, ну тут понятно, я до конца не смогу добраться.
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous. Distress! Abandon post!
Какие добрые рыцари.
Learn how to swim, boy.
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me.
I believe he was talking to me.
Nope. me.
Wouldn't be the first time I've corrected you.
How anyone could ever confuse you with me is
А вот теперь я, наверное, могу на них
Tire of being wrong.
He was talking to me.
обрушить
I believe he
вот
was
этот
talking
вот.
to me.
Nope, me.
Wouldn't be the
And then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
Нет, поговорить можно с ней? Или денег им предложить за спасение?
Don't be rude, boy. We are in the middle of an important conversation. He was talking to me.
I believe he was.
Bribes don't work on us. Sorry. He was talking to me.
I believe.
Would an entrance ticket prove my worth?
Sorry, but the collection of entrance tickets will take place inside the theater. He was talking to me.
Так,
I
ну
believe
вроде
he was
все.
talking to.
Stay back. Very important protection duties in process.
Ну, второй раз это уже, наверное... Да проканает, почему нет?
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous. Distress!
Abandon post!
Learn how to swim, boy.
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me.
I believe he was talking to me.
Nope, me.
Ну не сразу, сразу. Что я должен сделать?
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous. Distress!
Abandon post!
Попытка номер 3.
Learn how to swim, boy.
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me.
I believe he was talking.
You cut?
Not that type of story.
He was talking to me.
I believe he.
Bribes don't work on us.
Я ж всё это
Sorry,
уже
he was talking
предлагал.
to me.
I believe.
Would an entrance ticket prove my worth?
Sorry, but the collection of entrance tickets will take place inside the theater. He was talking.
Don't interrupt, boy.
He was talking to me.
I believe he was talking to me.
Nope, this tired argument is
Блин, ну
getting
все
on my
было так
nerves.
просто.
No need to argue about the fact that I am. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Not good.
Ну теперь...
Mind if I join your semicircle?
Let us big kids figure this one out.
I don't know how that would...
Seems like a waste of...
Over here, buddy.
Шутник хрен.
Well, he was quite the jerk. Am I right?
Uprooting a tree. How heroic.
А, ну я всех должен сюда переправить. Так, она у меня в инвентаре теперь.
Another horn and another missing piece.
Give me a second. I have the perfect plan.
Look what I have. Want to build a rope swing? Okay, suit yourself.
That didn't seem like a good idea.
Pardon me!
Забавно, короче, один карлик там остался.
All right!
The tree was too heavy to move. I would need to chop it down to size. I left the hatchet lodged in the tree because I would not need it anymore.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Everyone always asks about that hatchet. It gets a tad annoying.
Huh?
О, я понял. Надо сделать плот, связать его веревкой. Зря старался.
Hang on a sec. Graham, right?
Yes. How did you know my name?
Oh, you'd be surprised at the information people give out when they're too busy thinking about their own agenda. I also observed that without you, no one could have made it across. Well done, Graham.
Thanks, I guess.
They'll never acknowledge it, you know. Those who use their minds over their biceps are never woven into the tapestries of time. I can tell you're like me, a creative thinker, an intellectual. To win this competition, you'll need to prove that your talents are more powerful than their strength, agility, and speed. You'll also need a friend.
I could really use a friend.
They call me Manny. Pleased to meet you.
So, friend, what's your favorite color? Do you like popcorn-flavored jelly beans? Because I do. What's your availability for sleepovers? Are we in a secret club?
Green. I prefer pizza-flavored. I'm free on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I would say more of a secret alliance.
Alliance?
This competition will not be easy, and Daventry needs men like us. If we put our heads together, we might have a shot.
What's the plan?
If you win, put a good word in for me with the king. And if I win, I'll do the same. Soon, we'll both be moving up the ranks in the castle together. We should head inside the theater, though. Let me know how I can help.
Так. Обломись, толстяк. Ну неужели? Чувак, когда ты научишься дуть?
Another horn and another missing piece.
Graham, to the front of the stage, please. Now that we have recovered our list, it is my duty to inform you that you are officially signed in. Yay. And I do want to apologize. I am very, very terribly sorry. But we've run out of commemorative tote bags.
That's not a problem. I have no use for tote bags. My mother designed my cape with lots of pockets. Is the next event about to start?
Not so fast, Pocket Boy. The tournament bylaws explicitly state that each contestant must complete every event before continuing on in the competition. Since you were late, you missed the test of chivalry and the welcoming parade. Both designed as light-hearted warm-ups and getting-to-know-you type exercises. You know, an icebreaker, before we start in on the usual death, destruction, and duels of a cutthroat nature.
Don't forget about Amendment 70, Article 4.
I was getting to that, thank you. In the spirit of equal opportunity, the new rules state that you can schedule a make-up chivalry test if and only if the circumstances for your absence were extenuating. So, I will ask, what were your extenuating circumstances that made you late for the tournament?
Well, my mom whipped up a stack of my special chocolate chip pancakes, and she never lets me leave the house until I finished all my breakfast.
I'll just pencil in Mummy's boy. Now, go on, mingle with the other contestants. Find out as much as you can about them, and when you're ready for the chivalry test, come and see me.
Так.
Perhaps my entrance ticket will let me bypass this chivalry test?
It's not yet the time for entrance tickets.
Не удалось опять мне эту грамоту или билет, что это такое, отдать.
Do Shreki Nika
Hornswoggle. Naga Naga. Shreki Hainga Maka Maka. Ikaidris. Oh, hey, Graham. We were just sharing some tips about the tournament. Let me know if you want the rundown about any of our competitors.
I'm good. Thanks, Manny.
Goodbye.
Hello. My name's Graham. Nice to meet you.
Achaka.
So, where do you hail from?
Achaka.
I see. Sounds exotic. Want to partner up? Show Daventry the power of dueling archers? What do you say?
Achaka.
Yeah, you're right. You'd probably just slow me down. So, what type of arrows do you fly with?
Achaka.
Nice, nice. I prefer the hand-whittled sapling arrows myself. Good chat. I'm gonna get back to the chivalry test.
Так, ну что, с тобой
Yes,
надо?
Graham? You want some dirt on someone?
What can you tell me about Achaka?
I'm studying his every move. He should make any opponent quiver. Ugh. You got me doing it now. He's fast, strong, and vicious with his bow. I'm trying to convince him to join our alliance, but the translation isn't quite working.
What can you tell me about Sir Loin of Roast Beefington?
I can tell you that sounds like a phony name. Who's giving you this false information? Did you just make that up? Go and introduce yourself to everyone. Then, come see me for the dirt.
What can you tell me about Sir Ten of himself?
That's so inconsiderate. Although clever, these silly puns are not very becoming to a gentleman like yourself. Go meet everyone, then come talk to me. I've got a few tips to share.
I'm good. Thanks, Manny.
Goodbye!
Так, этому петуха, ну, может, что
It clasped.
Hey there, I'm Graham.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And your name?
What?
Well, I didn't catch your name.
What? Is this true? Surely you jest, Greg. What rock did you crawl out from? How do you not recognize this well-proportioned face?
Well, it's not Greg, it's Graham. And, of course, I know who you are. You're... Sir Ten of himself.
Cheeky. But now you're starting to bother me, Grant.
Well, I couldn't help it. No, but seriously, you're... every woman's dream?
Well, you got that right. The ladies love. Yeah. Who? Who do they love, Gabe?
It's not Gabe, it's... oh, never mind. Yes, your name... you're... that jerk who pushed me into the river.
Oh, yes, that silly feather does look familiar. Look at it. It's like a limp piece of cheese. What you need, Gale, is an upgrade. Like my mane of excellence.
Hey, my mother gave me that feather. I might be silly, but you're going to have to wait 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting right here, Garrett.
Так, ну и остался вот этот
Your special sweater.
Hey, thanks for knocking that log over out there. Really, it gave me the opportunity to go on a lovely cruise.
Those nights were annoying me, and I wanted some alone time. Leave me be, little fly. You don't want to wake the bull.
Look, I don't want to be in this conversation any more than you do, but I missed the chivalry test, and I need to make it up. The faster we get this over with, the faster I can leave you alone.
Well, make it quick. Then buzz off.
What was that you were hiding in your paws?
Well, none of your business, feather boy.
I'm Graham.
No last names. I don't even want your first name.
And your name?
I'm known throughout the land as Circumference, but I am currently in the process of rebranding myself, starting with my name. You should call me Acorn.
Seriously, what are you hiding? Is it a snack?
Leave it alone, string bean.
What was your name again, Sir Fatso?
It's Acorn. Get it right or pay the price.
I'll leave you be.
Go away.
Так, ну чё?
Are you ready for the chivalry test?
Let's do it.
Question 1. Who is the only knight competing in the tournament that speaks multiple languages?
Acorn?
All right, next question. This knight hopeful hails from a land far outside of Daventry. Based on the odds, he is favored to win the competition.
Oh, Manny.
Okay, moving on. What is the full name of the fastest contestant in the competition?
Cool.
Achaka.
I see. Last question. Who or what is the favorite companion of the strongest competitor?
A mirror by the looks of him. What's my score?
Okay, let's see here. Tallying. It looks like you got no answers correct. Why don't you go and mingle? Gather some more fun facts about your fellow competitors. Return to me when you're ready to take the test again.
Потрясающе. Так, ну что я предлагаю? Предлагаю пока стрим закончить. Потому что я ни хрена ничего не запомнил. Ну ладно, всем спасибо.